Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic TSC. Today we're going to be looking at VRC's CSX C30-7s. Something a little bit newer than I normally fiddle with. Typically I don't care all that much for modern-ish stuff. Really 1970 and up. If it ain't a car, it ain't really my interest. But VRC's diesels are quite well known for being very intricate, very in-depth, very complicated. I will tell you, I have tried time and again now to figure out the complex startup sequence for this locomotive, and I have not figured it out. So, we're going to do it the easy way. However, I am going to show you all the bells, buttons, and whistles and such you can fiddle with and all that fun stuff. So, history-wise, I really don't know much about these locomotives. They're built by GE from the mid-70s to the early 80s. A good many of them were exported. That's about all I know. But, anywho, with the pack, you'll get a weathered variant. Boogity boogity boogity. You'll get a clean variant and a rusty variant. You'll also get these 100-ton hoppers in CSX colors. And then boogie boogie boogie, and you'll get these 2-bay hoppers in the CSX chassis and seaboard colors in various states of weathering and cleanliness. As far as the rolling stock goes, it's nothing spectacular per se. It's not half bad. I mean, we got some pretty decent looking-ish couplers here. What on earth? Maybe it's just the way that's phasing. Anyway, pretty decent looking. Probably the nicest part is the fact that actual air hoses are included, and they're actually pretty well detailed, which is an extreme rarity. But yeah, until we see an actual American freight pack, I'm not going to spend too much time on freight cars. So anyway, locomotives. Locomotives are immensely well detailed. Definitely up there with Smokebox and DSG-DDR and Caledonia Works. There's a lot of small things that happen on this locomotive that you won't notice until you get them pointed out, and then you'll notice them for the rest of eternity. So, hop over here to the clean variant because it's probably easiest to see bells and whistles and stuff, but most things are indeed 3D objects, which is extremely nice. You know, actual proper filters, proper grading over here with, you know, see-through parts inside. Look at there. Proper grading, proper mesh. It's not a 2D object. So these are a little bit older. These came around in 2017-ish to the Steam store, so a little bit older, but quite frankly, they still outshine some of the stuff that we have seen released in recent couple months. So overall, just really, really nice locomotives. There are some aspects of the weathering that's kind of not my favorite, and then of course the texturing is a little bit older. It could definitely stand to be updated. The lines aren't so crispy. The weathering's really blurry up close, stuff like that. And the finer lettering is oftentimes blurry. So like our clean over here, it's got C30-7 under here, but it's really, really blurry. Stuff like that. Which are, I get, a little bit of a nitpicky kind of thing, but you know, it's the things you notice. The fuel cap is upside down. It's okay. Look at that, rear valve handles. Stuff like that actually looks really, really nice. It's kind of sad that we can't get this on stuff being produced today. But, you know, hey, or floats a boat. Now, when you load into a scenario, it is going to sound like it is running. When you click on the locomotive, though, it is not going to be running. You do have to either A, go the easy mode route, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And you push the shortcut startup. Or you can go through the manual, which is right here. You can find this manual under the manuals tab, or you can go to the Steam store, find the manual there, or you can go into your file locations and find the manual there. But there is a manual included. You will absolutely need it to start this thing up the hard way. We're not doing that. Go outside and listen to it fire up though. RPM gauges. And you know, that startup sound isn't terrible, it's just not really there. It's extremely quiet. Now for once, I'm not going to nitpick sounds all that much. I have no idea what these things are supposed to sound like. Like I said, normally I deal with stuff much older. I typically prefer steam locomotives. Unfortunately, as far as American content goes, we don't have a whole lot that I can go over. I know I haven't gone over Smokebox's stuff yet, and I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, as far as American steam content goes, we really don't have a whole lot. I've about gone over everything except for Smokebox's stuff, maybe a couple odds and ends from Machine Rail, but so I think it's worth taking a look at some of these finer simulated locomotives. So one of the first things that I noticed, and it kind of thrilled me to death, DSG pointed this out on his models. It was something I completely forgot to look for. Functioning brakes. These things have functioning brakes. And they actually look really quite decent. Pretty finely detailed. You can see the brake shoes will come out, the pistons will push them out, all the linkages move with it. It's really quite nice. Just one of those weird things. Our freight cars don't have brakes. Oh well. Like I said, we're not really bothering with the freight cars. They don't matter all that much. They're just kind of extra. And it don't sound half bad though. Go ahead and set my track up while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a heck of a day trying to go anywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Tracks is all thrown, ready to go. So, bells and whistles. We got that doohickey and that doohickey. We don't get those two. Those three. Power limit switch. We got that. We got our headlights. Or sorry, throttle reverse and dynamics. We got a bell, rear headlight, crew call, which is that bell that you guys heard whenever when I went to crank the locomotive up. You have this bell call. Console lights. It's actually pretty nice. Not an obnoxious LED. They look pretty decent. Head of train speed recorder. Got no clue what that is. Front aux lights. We'll turn those on. I think those are our ditch lights. They don't look too bad. I'm not, again, a fan of the big flares, but they don't look too bad. One of the weirder things is it kind of, I don't know, it kind of does the same thing of a lot of other stuff where it gives you this idea that you're looking at it through a lens. But aux lights are your ditch lights. Get rid of those. I got our sander, our lead axle sander, horn. Horn don't sound half bad. Not half bad. It's kind of nice. We don't have the same dab blasted horn that gets reused over and over and over with the GE products. That's nice. It's got its own horn. And then the bell falls flat. Bell is most definitely one we've heard in game for quite some time now. Maybe it's accurate. I don't know. I feel like it's a bell sound that's been reused a few too many times. Oh, that's cool. Even with the, so I don't guess. Ah. So if you don't hear the switch click, you didn't throw it all the way. Okay. I'll let those off for now so that I can keep my frame rates up. Windows, mirrors, engineer shades, conductor side. Oh my goodness. Front door. It might not let me go to the back door. Toilet room. Cab heater. Toilet. Turns on a relatively dim light in the toilet. I don't even know where the light's coming from. So, turn that off. Close that. Platform lights, number boards. We'll just flick it all. Engine room. Radio. These are all our fuses and such. Our quick start. Engine stop. Ground reset. Engine run. EMU headlight setup. Traction motor. AC and heat. Ooh, we don't want heat. We're in Florida. Well, that's cool. We got some radio chatter. Emergency brake. Of course, our side windows here. Oh, what else we got? You know, something I just noticed is, where's the cab lights? Oh! Swift. Woof! Hi. Nope. That'd be a bright neon white. Not my favorite. Turn that off. Get rid of it. Ugh. That I'm not a fan of. Wipers. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's our wipers. Oh, they're not bad. sunshades. And come to the back here, I got our light on, and we can see we got our radar gauges for the engine, got our startup buttons for the engine. You'll have to fiddle with all those whenever you go through the hardcore crank up. Uh-oh. Hitbox is in a weird spot to close the doors. Don't panic. So let's continue around in our views, because you can also throw that kick step. It's kind of a neat little thing. And handbrake. Great for yard switching. It turns on our little our doohickey down here. That's cool. Reverse. Kill that. Kill that. Kill that. Ooh, listen to that. I love it. I love that chug. That's an awesome sound. I guess it would help to close our door here. Does have some nice sound occlusion. Roller bearings. Very cool. What sand? Does our sanders actually toss sand out? Nah, no sand. Sad days. Exhaust particles are not so good. Those are pretty dated. You can see the very obvious squares. Oh yeah, I didn't go over the external lights. What am I thinking? Platform lights. We got our little lights here to show where you're walking so you don't freaking fall off a locomotive. Those are a little bit white for my liking. Kind of a bright white neon color I'm not a fan of. Let's see. Headlights. That's what we're looking for. That don't look too bad. That's our mediums. Bright. Oh, hallelujah. It's a little... not a fan of the flares. Other than that, they actually don't look that bad though. Yeah, let's go dim. Just barely there. See, I like the color on the dim. I like that kind of yellowy. That looks alright. But you can't really tell that it's physically on. It just kind of changes the color of the texture. So, turn those to medium. And then of course I got the number board lights turned on. The number board lights look pretty good. You can kind of see the little spots back there. It's not just the typical, black background with a white bar. So number boards look pretty good. These locomotives don't have classification lights. See what those holes are for, if they had them. Let's open it up and let it go. I'll go. Take it to 8. And that exhaust is not great. Hey! The freight cars have some sound! It's a miracle! Aw, or in the train the device doesn't light up, but the freight cars have sound. That is such a rarity. Now, the Locomotive, I feel like it's a little bit quiet. It's a little, almost too quiet. You can't really hear much of anything. I think it sounds better inside. You know, it doesn't, it's not that it sounds bad, it just, I feel like the volume is too low. It just sounds almost too quiet. Actually, it sounds pretty good though. It sounds like a freaking tractor. Nope. Brake sounds are pretty nice. So let's go ahead and start bringing us to a stop. You can see our brakes functioning there. Got some nice braking. You have car weights that'll be loaded and unloaded. I put it on a bunch of unloaded cars, so there's not a whole lot of weight behind this thing. You know, it's not bad. Overall, I don't think it's that bad. I feel like the engine volume itself could stand to be turned up a few notches. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I think it's well worth taking a peek at if you don't already own it, or if you have interest in CSX stuff. It's well worth checking out. It is definitely one of the more detailed diesel locomotives in the game right now, right up there next to Repo's stuff, and I would argue it's probably more in depth than Repo's stuff to an extent. But overall, it is definitely well worth taking a look at. If you don't have it, it's on sale for the next day or so. I believe it ends March 30th. If you don't already have it, you know, hint, hint, wink, wink. Go check it out. It's like $9 right now. I believe full price is 20. So go check it out. That's all I got today. Just checking out something different. So it's a CSX C30-7 by VRC. Available on the Steam store. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time.